Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy. In the last episode, we just made our way to this island and did a little bit of dueling and exploring. Not a whole lot, but we stopped here at the card shop where we've decided to buy a little bit of cards and do some fun stuff. But this time, as you can see, I've done a little bit of grinding, dueled a couple of these guys here, and got some money. But we're also going to be taking on some named NPCs here, these guys. But first of all, let's talk to you. Welcome. Huh? I don't think I've ever seen you before. Ah, you must be a new student. Nice to meet you, I'm Sadie. This is the school shop. Enjoy. Well then, would you like a sandwich? Only 50 DP each? I think I can afford that. Press the X button at any time you prefer. So this is something that I really like about this game, is that you can get the drawbreads, and they have, like, little fun things. You can also, I don't know if you guys can see that, you can get a card from these. So let's just go... No. Ah, cream sandwich. Thank you. So now, to bring this up, let's see, it's not this. I thought we could eat the sandwich. I don't remember. It's fine though, because we're just gonna duel her now. Ah, and she doesn't duel us. I forgot about that. But we can talk to this guy. Hey, my name's Damon. I'm the man who loves to draw. Drawing is good. Time to see if draw training paid off. Well, why don't we see that right now by dueling you? What? You want to duel against me? Alright, you're gonna see some drawing mastery. So this guy is the dude from the anime that likes to draw cards. If you guys remember him, he's pretty funny. He's also one of the easier named, or like anime relevant characters in this game to take on. Also, his model is kind of terrifying. But his deck's all about drawing more cards, gaining some advantage, and doing stuff with that. He also talks like a caveman, of course, because he went out and lived in the wild and all that good fun stuff. So here he's going to play Upstart Goblin. He's going to give us 1,000 life points to draw a card. Which, if this guy was playing a good deck, I'd be pretty worried about. I'll say that and like top deck the worst card ever and like have nothing to do this turn. Okay, it's not the worst card ever, but it's not the best either, so we're just gonna go ahead and set ourselves a couple of cards here. And pass the turn. So yeah, this time we're gonna be trying to focus on progressing the story a little bit more with our time, but I did want to get this duel in since I promised at the end of the previous episode that we would be taking this guy on. Oh, and there's Legacy of Yatagarasu. Or a Corpse of Yatagarasu, my bad. The non-localized version. I guess I'll chain Dust here. And destroy the other set. Watch him chain it, maybe another Legacy, or Corpse, or whatever we want to call it. Oh, it's Reverse Trap. Archie's Oath. Once per turn, pay 500, declare one card name, pick the top card of your deck, and if it's the right one, yeah, okay. Alright, so he's just setting his whole hand. Dang. We're gonna have to start playing aggressively here if we don't want this duel to take 1,000 years. Ooh, and I got just the card to do that with, but actually gonna summon my Kappa Avenger here. He's a weak dude, but might as well see what Damon's got going on over here. And it's Mass Sorcerer, damn it. So this is kind of bad for me. So if he inflicts damage, he gets to draw a card. Again though, if his deck was a little bit better, I'd be a little bit more worried. There is a certain card he has in his possession that if he draws it, would be pretty bad for me right now. Oh, and another corpse of Yatagarasu. He's going to draw himself yet another card. Ooh, Card of Sanctity. It is significantly worse than you think it is. It's not a very good card. How about when you top deck Pot of Greed, you know? I mean, Pot of Greed, it is legal in this game, so... I think it might only be legal for the NPCs, though. We'll see if we ever get our hands on a copy of the Green Man. Let's draw our card here. Let's summon Orca Mega Fortress here. Which tribute this Kappa. I don't remember if he has any, like, good cards in his deck that aren't, like, draw power cards. So, like, I was kind of fearing Fissure there or something to that effect, but deep down inside, I really knew that that was never gonna happen. And let's see what he's got. I also like the little animation for when he draws to show, like, he's, like, really good at it, I guess. Good Goblin Housekeeping. So it's going to draw him another card. Got to put one back on the bottom. Sorry there's not a whole lot to talk about in these earlier duels, even against like the named NPCs and stuff, because, well, they're all named. You know what I mean when I say that. Like, these guys, they're just kind of, you know, they're just kind of here at the moment. Not a whole lot of challenge. There's not a whole lot to say about my deck, because it's just kind of water beat down with small I don't really know what you call this deck. It's not good, though. Obviously. Dekoichi, not Bokoichi. Bokoichi is the vanilla that goes with this guy. So Dekoichi is another good card, however, in a deck that can't really make use out of it. And as you can see, his deck count is quite a bit smaller than ours. So, like, the likelihood that if you just don't draw very well, and you can at least set up some form of defense against him, he's probably going to deck himself out before you even have to worry about his good card. At least the one good card that I know of. Good Goblin Housekeeping. So I think he gets to draw 2 and bottom 2 now, I think is how this card works. I could read it. Oh, he draws 2 and bottoms 1. Okay. I could read it, but, like, I just don't feel like it's relevant enough. It's gonna be a card that he uses to just draw more cards. Again, this guy's not tough, but I like his character. He's kind of, I don't really want to say quirky, but he's kind of quirky, you know? Just gonna go to battle phase here and just keep slamming into his sets and seeing what we can deal with here. Flash Assailant, that's a decent card. Kind of has anti-synergy with the deck if you can't, like, play most of your hand, though. It's kind of, like, decent in a dark focus strategy because a lot of the time you're trying to pitch cards from your hand or, you know, banishing cards with a lore, that sort of thing, but not super good in the hands of the Drawler, which is not an actual card, but that's like a boss in the anime. I do kind of wish that they put some anime exclusive cards into these games like they end up doing with Duel Links much later on in our Yu-Gi-Oh! Game history. but unfortunately back in the day it's just the actual cards. But there's still some fun to be had, some good decks to be made. Once we get to that point, at the moment we're just kind of treading water with this, no pun intended, with this water deck. You know, just trying to see what we could do. It's honestly not gonna be too easy to make a decently consistent deck here, because it takes a lot of money to like actually get a decent amount of packs, and even then a lot of the rarer cards in the packs are, you know, pretty hard to pull, even by like old school Yu-Gi-Oh standards. But we are just going to go ahead and take our easy win. If any of you were wondering what his good card was that I was referring to, it is Air Knight Parshath. A lot of my older format players will likely remember the Air Knight. Especially in stuff like Goat format, Reaper format. And he's going to ask us if we surpassed his draw, and well, I would say that we probably did. However, since he's such an easy NPC to best, we did not get that much money. So that is everything of note here. Aside from like these rooms here, there's more NPCs I neglected to take on, that sort of thing. I don't really have too much fun dueling the randos unless I need to grind, and right now I feel like it's fair enough to kind of show off what the starter deck has to offer. I'm gonna go ahead and go across some of these dorms now and talk to some of the NPCs here as well. Zane seems to be in a good mood today. Let's have a talk with him. Koji, watching your dueling style, I can tell you put all you've got into it. So I'll have to do the same when I duel you. What do you want to talk about? So, again, still kind of random, but I'm gonna go with duels because I feel like Zane's a dueling kind of guy. Nothing special. Okay, he wasn't super into it. We had an okay talk. So right now I think our relationship with a character is highest with Cyrus, which isn't ideal. I like Cyrus as a character, but he doesn't have the best deck. Let's see about Chaz here. I don't have time to talk to a loser like you. Get lost. I want to talk to you. Yeah, he won't talk to us for a little while. But I at least wanted to show off some of his dialogue. Every time that we have a day like this, where we can hop on and explore around, I'm going to try to talk to all the NPCs that are important, such as Alexis here, and see what she has to say. Oh, good morning. What do you want to talk about? Let's go with the Academy. Oh, she did not like that. Alright. Okay. There's some yellows here and that sort of thing. So I don't think we've talked to Bastion. This is actually one of my favorite locations in the game. Right here, this little like area. This is where Bastion hangs out to do a lot of his dueling training in the anime, if you guys remember that. I just think this looks kind of nice for like old games standards. Kind of reminds me of like a Final Fantasy type area. Hey Koji, it's so relaxing to look at the ocean. Ha 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 ha. Sigh. It'd be cool if everything just ran. Dang, okay. Oh, alright. What about your hobbies? Yeah, just the usual. He didn't like that too much. I probably should have asked him about the Academy, but I mean, I wanted to at least spice things up a little bit and not ask everybody the same question. So now that we've moved around a little bit, and it's close to class time, some people have moved around too. Alexis is still here, Bastion's still here, the main three are still here. But Zane and Chaz have actually moved. And Zane's in the Chancellor's office, and we have our good friend Chaz at the main gate. I'm just kind of curious what's going on with Zane. He's probably my favorite character in the show, so I do kind of want him as my partner. But again, you know, I don't know if I really want to do that because he's widely considered the, strongest one to have. Well, yeah, he didn't like that either. But I guess I can show off the main gate too while we're just kind of fumbling around. That tree does not look so good by older game standards, though. Let's get that right. I can't remember if it's later games, but I want to say some cards can spawn on the ground. I don't know if that's only in later games or if it's in this game too. I can't remember. But I guess we could try talking to Chaz again just to see. Oh, I did not get close enough to him for that. Yeah, he still won't talk to us, but it's okay. We're not too worried about that right now. Bastion's at the Raw dorm. Might as well head there while we're doing our exploring. I'll eventually get around to dueling all of the random NPCs and things in these areas so we can see their names and their decks and whatnot. So let's talk to Bastion again. Your deck hasn't been calculated for duels. You should take some time to look over it. Well, you are correct. Let's talk about the Academy this time. Oh, nobody wants to talk about the Academy today. Jeez, what did the Academy do? Nothing's really moved around. I guess I'll go to the harbor. I really like this area too. Just kind of want to show it off a little bit. Waste a little bit more time. Because I believe classes start at 8 a.m. is what they said. So just kind of want to show off a little bit of the area. I really like the layout of Duel Academy here. It's really cool. I mean, it's the same in every game, obviously, because it's based off of the anime, but I just like the way that it looks. Duel Academy's a nice looking place. So I'm definitely excited to be playing this game for you guys, and it's time for class and everything. I do want to play every other game in the future in the Tag Force series that I can. But anyway, let's get into class. Take your seats. It's time for class. And now it's time to continue the tutorial. Today we're following up on yesterday's class, the basics of dueling. Yesterday went over how duels work, covered how to summon monsters, and all this other stuff. So you guys can pause if you want to read any of it. I'm just going to kind of blitz through it and give you guys the Clip Notes version of it. So we're going to go against Chumley today. And yeah, so we're going to go first. Oh, we got some different cards today. That's kind of neat. So we're going first. We get to draw a card because old school Yu-Gi-Oh rules. And after drawing, you can summon a monster. Yeah, we remember this. So let's see which one has the highest attack points. It's a tie between that guy and then Horn Imp. So I'm gonna summon Horn Imp. Oh, select set. Oh, we need to find the highest defense points. Then they all have the same. So we're just gonna set Swarm. And it's just going to tell you about settings. Settings, when you place a card face down horizontally, it's considered in defense mode. Most of you guys probably already know that. So it'll calculate your defense points against your opponent's attack points to determine who wins the battle when they attack, which is what I'm going to imagine he's going to say next. And sorry about the sniffling this video and the last video. I'm having some allergies, so hopefully that doesn't bother you guys too much. I'm going to try to keep it to a minimum because I know it was kind of a problem in the last video, the Minecraft one. But I'm going to try to keep it down to a bare minimum now. Here we go. He's going to attack our monster, and all of our monsters would have survived this battle. I assume that was the case. I just kind of wanted to set that one. So yeah, it's just telling you what I was saying before. In this situation, my monster wins. So he's going to take damage equal to the difference in the attack and defense. Yeah, Chumley takes damage. He will take 400 damage since my monster had 400 more defense. And he's gonna have Bastion go over it. So yeah, set monsters are kind of like secret. Your opponent flips them up when they attack them, or you can flip them up on your turn. And if your monster gets destroyed while it's in defense mode, you won't lose any life points. You guys have watched me duel enough times in the series. If you don't know much about Yu-Gi-Oh! By now, you probably know the basics of all of that. So here you summon an armored lizard. You know, they're just talking about direct attacks. Direct attacks are, you know, when you hit your opponent with no monsters and they take the full amount of damage. It's kind of just playing this game out for me. And it's just explaining about battling. That's what a lot of these classes are going to be about. And see, he just kamikazed for no reason. Excuse my language. I know that. That's just what I always called it. Hope that doesn't bother any of you guys. If it does, just feel free to comment. Don't say that again, and I won't. He's just gonna go attack into my weaker monster this time. I'm gonna take the damage. My monster's gonna go away. If it was in defense mode, I wouldn't have taken the damage. If the points were higher, you know, we've been over this. We've been talking about this for a hot minute now. And they're just, you know, kind of talking about that whole situation there. These first couple classes can get a little boring. We go by them pretty quickly in later classes. It's mostly just like banter and interactions and that sort of thing. These first couple episodes are probably going to have a lot of things like this where it's trying to teach you how to play the game. But we don't really need that because we know how to play the game. We're masters. We're duel masters even. So we're just going to kind of let this go a little bit. They just kind of repeat themselves a lot in this scenario, kind of explaining things a little bit too in-depth. I'd say that actually just normally dueling would teach you more about the game than these tutorials would. So select a monster and choose flip summon. So yeah, this is talking about flipping. You can flip them up on your turn, put them back into attack mode. I don't know why you would want to do that in this scenario, but you know, you can. And it's not going to let us play anymore by the looks of things, besides doing a couple minor things. So that is the end of class, and then they're just going to review. So monster positions. Monsters in monster card zone can be placed in two positions. There's attack position, which is vertically, and defense position, which is horizontally. Monsters in attack position, you know, they do those things. They can attack. Then when they're attacked, their monster's attack is used to determine the winner. When they win a battle, the opponent's monster is destroyed, and remaining damage is reduced from the opponent's life total. And if it was a battle, the monster is destroyed, and the damage is deducted. Monsters in defense position, they can't attack, but when they're attacked, the monster's defense determines the winner. So, higher defense means you win. When they win a battle, the opponent's monster is not destroyed, but the remaining damage is dealt to the controller of the weaker monster who's attacking. And if it was a battle, it is destroyed, but no damage is applied. Placing a monster in attack position is called summoning. Putting them in defense is called setting. All of that. You only can place one monster in a turn. Then it flips up when the opponent attacks it. If you change it to attack position, or if it's like attacked by another card with an effect, that means it's targeted by a card effect or anything like that. A card's position can be changed once per turn. If you set a monster, you can't flip it back up. If you summon a monster, you can't flip it back down, even if you don't attack with it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And you know, this is how you determine the winner of the battle. It's pretty self-explanatory. Big number beat little number. attacking defense monster, take damage, no destroy. Attacking attack position monster, take damage and destroy. It's very simple. And I don't think I really want another vanilla bad monster beatdown deck, as much as I would be tempted. So done with today's lesson, and he's going to give us a card, Violent Rain, a 1550 attacker, and it's water. And Takriminos, I think is how you pronounce that, another 1500 attacker. Hayasube, another 1500 attacker. And so he's just gonna talk about the PDA here, all of that. We know how to press square and open it up, and we can see the menu. We already know what to do with all that. If you guys have any questions, you could read the brief descriptions. I think I value your all's intelligence a little bit more than that to have to explain it to you. You just hit square, or in my case it's X because I'm using an Xbox controller, and you can go to deck edit. Edit your deck as you see fit. So we have a lot of new cards that we pulled last time. I'm actually just gonna stick with the water motif. I did do a little bit of deck editing between sessions. I'll put Hayasube in here. Between recording sessions, that is. Or, oh no, I didn't actually. I meant to. Do a little bit of deck editing. I think I just kind of thought about doing it and didn't. But we're actually going to put these bigger guys in here for some of our smaller guys. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't actually. Wapku needs to go in. Zero Gravity needs to go in. It's no wonder my deck wasn't operating the way that I wanted it to. So we're going to take out like Water Dragon Fairy. During those test duels, that is. Night Lizard, we don't really need anymore. I'm trying to find all the really weak monsters to take out, because at least the 1200s are better than like the Volt Penguins. I'm sorry. I know we got some penguin lovers that watch these videos, and to you guys, I am truly sorry, but Volt Penguin's not it. And if you're wondering why I'm not taking out something like Torpedo Fish, it has some synergy with the tribute that we have, and Orca Mega Fortress of Darkness. I really don't like having 43 monsters. Let's take out Kappa Avenger, because he has pretty low stats. Or not, 43 cards. I don't really like having 43 cards. Yeah, I'm going to take out another Kappa. I'm going to have it 41, just because it's less likely that we deck out. Let me just make sure those edits actually went through, because I can't remember if you have to press a button to, okay. I can't remember if you have to press a button to save it or not. Alright. So we have Alexis here again. Let's go ahead and talk to her. If I can get, there we go. Talk. Class attended a while ago. Let's talk about duels. Okay, she really doesn't like us, so we're probably not having Alexis as attack partner anytime soon. I don't think anybody else is still here. As much as I'd like to duel Alexis right now, I think that's a very bad idea. So why don't we actually go back to the store? I feel like that's probably a good spot to go to. We got all the guys here. I think I want to kind of work my way up the pecking order here. I feel like Chumley's probably not the strongest duelist, we'll put it that way. I bought both. I'll talk to you about hobbies. And we had a really good talk. So we had such a good talk that I would like to duel you. And so I feel like ending this video off on the note of a duel and then some pack openings is probably a good way to do things. I'd like to end every video off on a pack opening if I can. I know that these duels kind of take a long time. I actually really like Chumley's model, by the way. Just really captures his like anime counterpart really well, I feel like. I think the models in this game are some of like the best parts of it. Ooh, not the best hand, so we're gonna set this jellyfish. Set Divine Wrath. Pass our turn. I also like how comically small the dual disc is on his arm. It just looks like he's a giant. I do remember from playing this as a kid that, oh, this might be it. He has a really terrifying card in his deck. And yeah, this is it. It is the Master of Oz, so I might have spoken a little too soon about how he's not the strongest out of the three. But I believe, yes, I love these. The little monster animations for the signature monsters are so cool. This is like Duel Links before Duel Links was Duel Links. And we have a Frenzied Panda. So this doesn't look too good. It really doesn't. Now he is going to take some damage here though, and we are not, which is good. The NPCs tend to attack with their weakest monster into a defense. Oh, here's something else that's really cool. An attack animation. So this is what you guys can expect from dueling more of the main characters that actually have monsters that like appear in the anime more than once. Draw. It's about one turn too late. So I'm gonna show you guys a bit of a combo. I wish I did not have to waste Power of Kaishin here. But it's like a we're actually going negative to do this, but I feel like it's pretty important to get that guy off the board. Oh, he's got a trap. Oh shit. Michi's array. Oh no. Well, that throws a wrench in the plan. I hope you guys can see what I was gonna do there, but I am gonna set this and pass my turn. That could not have went worse. He's gonna go for an attack here. Against my better judgment, I think I'm gonna take this. It's a lot of damage. But I just have this feeling that Wabaku's gonna come in handy. A bit more handy later. Humanoid slime. I gotta go for it, I guess. I don't like that I have to kind of go this route, but I gotta swing into the set. Hope that it's weak enough. It is. Okay, he's gonna use Kangaroo Champ's effect. It's just gonna swap our monster into defense, which we don't care about because we're going to main 2 anyway. We're gonna activate our Share of the Pain. So we're going to offer our Kraken, and he now has to offer his Koala. So now we're up on cards, but I don't really like how our hand looks. And he's got some Doom. Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. I wish I could Divine Wrath that. This might be our first L. He may have heard what I said about him and didn't take too kindly to it, because we don't really have any spot removal in this deck. I'm gonna set this down. And we're just gonna pass the turn. As you can hear the music's changed there, that means he can do some serious damage on his turn. He's swapping the big man to attack position. Well, he's just passing turn though. We are in a bit of a dire situation here. Just gonna set another guy. Just kind of trying to avoid setting the good monster in my hand, because I mean, he could just run over it. Oh, he's got so many back row. But he isn't attacking. So I don't know what he's afraid of. I don't really know if we have any more spot removal. Do I pass here? I don't really think I do. I think I gotta set this. There are cards in this deck that do it. But I don't think any of them do it immediately, which is what I'm kind of worried about. He's playing really passively. Does Silent Doom prevent the monster from attacking too? Actually, I've never used that card. Let me read it. Monster can't attack. Yeah, okay, so he just can't hit us. So I was worried for nothing. Gonna set that. I kind of probably should have set the other monster in my hand. And there's Death Kangaroo. Alright. So we are in a little bit of a pickle here. Let's see what he does. I'm gonna let this go. I don't really care to lose the Doom Kraken. I could flip Dust, but I don't know, he's got a lot of back row. I don't know how much of it's like real back row though, so that's a good card that I just drew. Alright, I'm gonna blind destroy this one. It was Destruction Punch. That's not very good for me. But we got our Sea Serpent Warrior of Darkness, probably my favorite monster in the deck. Might try to keep him around as long as I can, because he's just a cool guy. He's like, what? He doesn't want me to keep around Sea Serpent Warrior, I guess. And no second Michizure. That's really what I was worried about, was a second copy of Michizure, so we might be okay. Alright, passing on that. It's good. Love to see it. Love to see it. Trunade. Trunade's decent, but it doesn't do a lot in this particular scenario. Second Goblin. Not gonna be really relevant. I'm gonna set this Torpedo Fish, because if we get the Tribute guy, I think he's removal, right? I honestly can't remember too much. I don't really stick with these cards for very long, so I kind of at least wanted to do it for a couple episodes. If I get enough good cards out of the pack opening at the end of this one, I might just start making a new deck. We'll have to see, though. Alright, we just need something to remove his monster, and we're golden. And that's not it. Just fill our monster zones and pass the turn. In 26 more turns, well actually it's more like 52 more turns or something like that, we can deck him out. So, here is hoping. Well, I'm just gonna kind of start. I'm gonna actually speed this up because this. Oh, he's flipping Bubonic Vermin. Set another and plays Big Koala. Okay, he is doing the tribute thing. All right, I was thinking about cutting until I get like something to happen. I actually am gonna negate attack this though. But now I don't have to do that because we have a game on our hands now. A game indeed. Alright, swap in pass. I'm gonna just continue to speed up through this because we are going for a little bit longer than I really wanted to, and I wanted to open some packs after this too. And alright, draw for turn. Steel Shell. I don't really want to set anything yet. Just continue to speed up through this. Summon in the third Big Koala. He's gonna summon Big Koala Eyes White Dragon or some shit here in a minute. I'm just gonna let this go through. We still may be taking our first L here. I mean, it's still possible. It's actually getting more and more likely with each passing turn. And our second copy of Wabaku. Continue to speed up. Gonna gain more attack. Summon a Frenzy Panda. I think this is it, guys. I really do. We have our two Wabaku to save us, but I just don't think we can win. Let's see what we have here. So Still Show, we have 2250 on one of these guys. Make it 2750 on this guy. So like I could beat over one koala without the forest, but he's just gonna set the forest back up anyway. I mean, if I get another equip, it might be worth a try. Let's go back to speed up here, Jesus. He's hitting my Gagagigo, so I have to do this. Ooh, it's this guy. A couple turns too late. Actually would go up to 2500, but that's not big enough. Maybe if I would have set Starboy. I could still set Starboy. If I set Starboy though, that's kind of like it. If he dies. Yeah, he would have been removal. I gotta try it. I think that the AI is more likely to attack the fresh sets though. Yeah, I had to go for it. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, guys. We're running out of options. I'm gonna switch my Gagagigo into attack position here. For full damage. We're just gonna continue to speed up through this, and Richizure is gonna pop my guy anyway. Damn it! Yeah, I think this is the first L. I really do. He's gonna fuse the one that can't attack. Yeah, this is the first L, easy. He's just gonna beat over my guys. I'm just gonna skip through this. This is embarrassing. After I said he was probably the weakest. Yeah, he's gonna smack me down. And this video is again gonna be close to 50 minutes. But we'll take that L. He says dueling is not about winning and losing. I guess I should have learned to respect my my opponents a bit more. I mean, he did bust out a really strong combo. 90 DP. Hey, I'll take it. I guess next time after we do our we could try duel Dorothy, but I don't think she will. Next time we can try to take on Cyrus and see how he stacks up. Speaking of Cyrus, we have this down here. A machine soul never sleeps, but we don't really want that. Okay, I'm gonna buy a couple of these because effect monsters just seem really good. I also need good spells. I'm just gonna spend all my money here. Let's go like... I am gonna get some normal monster packs, because I think we can get some more water vanillas out of it. I still wanna go with that water motif. I really do. I want that pack. We're gonna get some of these because, I mean, if we luck out and get Call of the Haunted, that'd be pretty nice. Call of the Haunted would have actually been a really good card to like set in that last game to bring back Torpedo Fish. So Shadow Spectre. I guess while we're opening these and I'm waiting for like relevant cards to show up, I can talk a little bit more about some things for this series. I know I'm relatively small at this point, but any of you guys that do watch, Millennium Shield, that's pretty nice. Any of you guys that do watch and are interested in this content, I'd really like to have you guys comment who you think my tag partner should be, and I can try to work towards getting that person as my tag team partner, because I don't really know who I want to go for. Typically, I would go for Jaden as a kid. Right now, I would pick Zane if it was up to me, but I don't really want to go with him because of how common he is as a tag partner choice. But I wouldn't be opposed to either of those, so if you guys like want to see one of those guys. Aquamador, another one, that's pretty good. If you guys want to see either of those guys as my tag team partner, feel free to leave a comment. I want some suggestions, and Neo Aquamador, that's definitely going in the deck. I know it's just a 3k wall, but a 3k wall would have helped us last duel. At least until the end there. Mask of Weakness is probably going in. Self-destruct button, definitely not. But, yeah, I just feel as though I need some input, because I'm very directionless with the whole tag team partner thing, and I don't exactly know where I want to go with my deck in this game. It kind of depends on the cards I pull realistically. I know the kind of deck that I want to play, but the kind of deck that I want to play and the kind of deck that I actually end up playing probably aren't going to connect super well because of the way that I need to pull. Another Zero Gravity there is pretty good. So far, I haven't really seen anything that's going to set the world on fire with these packs. There's been some decent cards, a couple auto includes to a deck like this. Energy Drain's actually pretty cool, I like that card a lot. Back to Square One is also really good, I'll probably end up putting that in there. But yeah, we're just kind of going through the motions at the moment with these packs, just hoping that we get some cool stuff. Skull Dice is kind of neat. And there it is! Swords of Revealing Light. Alright. That is an auto include if I have ever seen one. One of the best stall cards in the game's history. Don't even at me. Sucks in the modern age. Back to Square One, part 2 Electric Boogaloo there. But, I mean, come on. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ooh, Archfiend of Guilford too. That's a cool card. Pinchopper is also pretty good if we want to go like an insect route, something like that. Blindly Loyal Goblin, Flash Assailant. Ooh, Archfiend of Guilford, second copy. More of a Koneko card again, Cat's Ear Tribe. If you guys watched the last stream, you'll actually know that Koneko did pick up a copy of that card. So, hope you guys are coming out to our D&D streams Friday. There's another one coming out tomorrow, of course, as these videos do go up Thursday night. Sometimes a little later than others. Maybe it's already Friday by the time these videos go out, but it's the thought. Ooh, Buster Blader too. Okay. We're getting some neat cards. That card might actually go in the deck. I can't remember what it does. Emissary of the Oasis, Element Soldier, and Buster Blader. I don't really know if I want to go like a Warrior strat or not. I'm getting a lot of decent ones. Ooh, Sword Hunter is a card I actually quite like too. Maybe I will go the warrior route, you know, just for funsies. And Spellbinding Circle is really nice. That's a good card. Yami's okay. What? First pack Call of Dawn? Jesus. Well, that's going in. Oh my god. This has been super good to us. In a second Umi? I have options now. I didn't think I'd be saying that in Swords of Concealing Light. A Koji special, so obviously we gotta put that in. Another Circle, Labyrinth for that clown control, Banner of Courage, Sword Transformation. Anti-Spell Fragrance is a really mean card nowadays. That may even go in too. Infinite cards, Wasteland. Two-man Cell Battle is actually really good in the deck that we're playing right now. I don't remember what Eye of Truth does. Another card that... Ooh, and a third Umi. That two-man Cell Battle, though, is another card that if you watch the stream, you might know the significance of. So, you know, if you don't know, now hopefully you'll know. But Eye of Truth, as long as the card remains face from the field, your opponent must show their hand. Okay, that's decent. Yeah, we definitely have options here to play in our deck, but we'll get to that next time. Maybe we'll start trying to build up a warrior strat. Who knows? The packs still haven't reset from today, so maybe in the next episode we'll get to pull some different stuff. Next time on Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Duel Academy, we're going to try to duel Cyrus up there. We're probably going to leave the J-Man for a later episode, but who knows? Maybe I'll feel a little cheeky about it. And we'll also open some more packs, go to class yet again, maybe buy another Drawbread, who knows? But definitely next time, we're taking on the man himself, Cyrus Truesdale. I will see you guys then.